Welcome back. Halloween has arrived, and here with us now to help you keep your trick-or-treaters safe tonight is Elizabeth Carey from AAA. Thanks so much for coming in today, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thanks for having me. There's so much excitement, especially with the warmer weather tonight.
That's right. It's a beautiful day right now, but let's talk about pedestrian safety, especially since we're having good weather. People are going to be out, obviously, trick-or-treating. So what are some rules for the road for both the trick-or-treaters and the drivers?
Yeah, unfortunately, Halloween is the most dangerous day for people under the age of 18 because of those pedestrian and car fatalities. So we want to make sure that everyone's aware of the rules of the road. So parents right now talk to the kids when they get home from school about being safe out there, not darting across the street, crossing at the crosswalks when they're out. I know everyone's after the candy, but you have to make sure you try to use some common sense. And then also when you're driving through the neighborhoods tonight on your way home from work, go extra slow and be on the lookout for trick-or-treaters.
That's right. And as always, do not drink and drive, right? But especially tonight, because do you want to give some statistics about impaired driving on Halloween night? It's pretty scary.
Yeah, if you look at a recent 5-year period, 2018 to 2022, and these numbers are from the national government, 386 fatalities just on Halloween night over that 5-year period. It's about 77 a year. Half of them had to do with drunk driving. So this is something everyone knows is wrong, so plan ahead now. And the parties are going to go all weekend. You know, there's a lot of bars having parties Fridays and Saturday as well, so that's going to continue. So now is your chance to plan ahead, get a designated driver, plan to spend the night somewhere, or take an Uber or Lyft, and don't leave your car.
That's right, and we were talking with Trooper O earlier this week, and it's really like any amount of, alcohol or substances that you have tonight, it's going to be dangerous just because of the volume of people that are going to be on the streets, so it's just not worth it.
Right, and you think about that. So many young people out and about, teenagers are driving to and from parties as well. You're putting yourself and others at risk, so definitely plan ahead.
Now, unfortunately, vandalism is also something to be concerned about tonight too, right?
It's the #1 night. So you think of all treats for Halloween, but there's a lot of tricks, unfortunately. It's a #1 night for vandalism. So keep your house well lit, and then if you can, if you have the luxury, park in the garage. If you don't have that, park in a well-lit area. Make sure there's no valuables in your car and make sure it's locked.
That's right. Okay. Now, what should kids and parents look out for in the candies and other treats they receive for Halloween?
So AAA has been handing out these trick-or-treat bags and little safety bookmarks to kids leading up to Halloween with all this safety information on there. We hear the stories of, there's a razor blade in the candy and things like that. It's very unusual something like that's going to happen. But just check over the candy when your kids do come back from trick-or-treating. Make sure that you're eating the candy that's wrapped well.
Yes.
If something's out of a wrapper or if it's a homemade treat, that's something you just want to avoid and not ingest into your system.
That's right. For safety, concerns, health concerns, all of the concerns. Just make sure it's fully in the packaging, right?
Absolutely. And, even like Skittles, for example, some of these it could be, you hear of these stories of, a marijuana edible or something looks like a piece of candy. So just make sure you're actually eating actual candy and nothing else.
That's right. And I know you brought some glow sticks because another important, safety tip tonight is to make sure you're staying visible, right?
Yeah, AAA likes to say, be smart, be safe, and be seen. So it's all about being visible. So the kids have to have some kind of glow sticks. A flashlight can sometimes be cumbersome because they're carrying the bags with the candy and everything like that. So even reflective tape on the costume can go a long way so that cars can see you. It gets really dark early, and it's going to get dark even earlier when we change the clocks, but tonight it's going to be dark when kids are out trick-or-treating. So anything reflective so the drivers can see them helps.
That's right. Obviously, a lot of the costumes tonight are going to be dark, right? And it's going to be dark by 6, 7 o'clock.
It is. You know what it is, though? I think about this as it's the princess's dream. Because whenever you see the little girls dressed as a princess and they have to put the winter coat on over it to go trick-or-treating, tonight might be the time that they can actually go in the princess costume.
I know.
Hopefully everyone has a safe, fun time.
That's right. Is there anything else that you guys at AAA want people to know? I know you brought this mask in.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of people wear masks, right?
Yeah.
And that's great. This is a glow mask. You get it for $1 at the store. But don't wear this when you're driving the car.
Yes.
So many times people will see that. Then their vision is obstructed, and now it's a whole nother issue. So something to be aware of. So just use caution when you're driving and make sure it's a safe Halloween for everybody.
And obviously, you guys are full of tips and tricks and, not just for tonight, but all throughout the year. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you guys or see the safety tips that you have to offer?
Yeah, AAA.com. It's AAA.com. Easy to remember. There's all kinds of information on there. And, we're leading it to a really busy time. We're talking about changing the clocks and everything. So a little caution can go a long way.
Elizabeth, what's your favorite part about Halloween?
It's my favorite holiday.
Is it?
Yeah, you dress in a costume, you go get candy. There's no stress as far as you have to buy someone a gift and all that. And so it's just
That is
more laid
true.
back.
That's right. You just have to have some candy. And one more question: what's your favorite candy?
We talked about this earlier. I was talking to Trooper O'Kayla, and he was talking about the Twix bar, and I really can't argue. It's pretty good. But I
Okay.
do love, the good old Tootsie Roll or some chewy candy. too.
Okay. All righty. Always a pleasure having you, Elizabeth. Thanks so much for coming in and
Thank
giving
you.
us those tips. Viewers, for more information on AAA's safety tips, you can visit AAA.com. Thanks again for coming in.
Thanks. Happy Halloween.
After the break,